How did training camp go leading up to this fight?
It's been a hard camp. I had some personal stuff going on, and gyms were closed in Belgium, so we had to find ways to train, and a lot had to go on behind closed doors. It was hard to find training partners, and yeah, we had to put our garage, like our garage down so they couldn't see us. So that was interesting.
Did you know that you wanted to get back so soon after having a baby?
Yes, I knew that. Um, yes, of course, yeah. The thing is, the moment I found out, my mom was very sick. She already sick for a while. She had cancer, and they didn't give her a lot of time anymore. And the moment I found out, I talked to her. I was like, "Mom, you have to be there. You have to be there. Like, I'm not going to give birth to this baby alone." So she fought and she fought very hard. And she was with me when I delivered my baby. So that's a blessing. And I promised her I promised her I would try my best to take care of my babies, and I would give it my all in this last fight for PFL, and after I will retire. So here I am.
How did you like tackle getting back in shape like right away? I mean, I have two kids, and one of them is 7, and I still feel like I'm not really in shape. It's in 7 years.
To be honest, I had a great coach pushing my limits every day. I have an old friend of mine who I know from when I was very young. Stepped up, came to the gym every day, pushed every button, pushed every limit. Took time from his own family away just to be with me, support me, had my back through the depths and through the hardships. And yeah, I got back in shape just because somebody believed in me, I guess.
And how about training like while you're going through a pandemic? You know, like you said, the gyms were closed. I don't know if your kids were out of school. My kids were being homeschooled for a long time. I know that's difficult to manage all that. How did you do all that while still training for a fight?
I have no idea how I did it, but I did it. Well, there were days I wanted to kill them. There were days I just wanted to lock them out in the garden and lose the key. There were days I just wanted to let them eat with the dogs. But at the end of the day, the kids and my family is where I'm doing it for. So I have 6 beautiful children. My oldest is 19. She tried to help me out where she could. My 14-year-old also tried to help me out where she could. And it's a passion, and my children luckily share the same passion. So they are sometimes a pain in the ass, but at the end of the day, they just want us to succeed because I'm not the only one who is fighting. They're fighting with me, and they want to see us succeed.
And it must be difficult to be away from them. What did you think when PFL announced that like there was going to be a 17-day quarantine for everybody?
I cried. Yeah, because my baby is very small. My mom passed away. My grandma was sick and she gave up after my mom passed away. And my grandmother lived with me for years. I took care of her as well. So it was like leaving a lot behind. But I made my mom a promise. So I intended to keep it. I knew the chance was there that my grandmother would pass away the moment I was here. But still, it hit me like a hammer. The moment they text me like, "Hey, it's over," So it was hard. But if you want something in this life, through the depths and everything, the deeper you fall, at the end of the day, you cannot go deeper anymore. There's only a way up, and I plan to climb those stairs and just do whatever to make this last run a success. Whatever happens, I know I gave it my all. I invested all I have, all what's left in me, and I'm ready to bring it to the table.
And how has the like quarantine been? Like, who did you bring with you to stay with you in Atlantic City? And like, how has the facilities been? I know they have to give you guys food. Like, how did that all work out?
So PFL is amazing. That's the first thing I want to say. They really care about us. They try their best to um, keep us safe and help us with food and everything. I have this amazing fighter concierge. Her name's Olivia. She's the sweetest. She's the best. If we ask something, she's always there, always helpful, always kind. So that's been really, really nice. Also, little small things, So I brought this dolphin teddy bear with me. His name is Flipper, by the way. When I was a baby, I brought it because it's very emotional. Something from me and my mom and my dad. And I don't know. In between the sheets, the blankets, the room cleaning service took it out of my room, and it's lost. It's lost. I lost it. So it's like. I've been calling them like a million times. I still don't have it back, but I feel like Olivia and everybody's like trying to help me out, and that feels good that they also take care of your small issues. Probably some people will think, oh, it's just a teddy bear. For me, it wasn't just a teddy bear, and they take it serious. That's nice to feel. And who I took with me. So I have the moment I moved gyms, like I started my own gym and left my brother's gym due to family issues, we call it that. And we had this pro fighter, Maynard, who immediately decided to come with me. He was there my whole camp, trained with me. Like he's also my judo buddy. I took him and I took my second spine, the one who's been supporting me, my coach, Carlos, with me. So I have a good team with me.
It must be difficult for like your training partners too, like to just have to get up and leave for over 2 weeks.
Yeah, they just did it. I'm blessed. And they're like, yeah. And I know, so Maynard, like he took off for his job, losing his income too, for like 3 weeks. And if we have to stay longer, he's going to try to find a way to stay longer too. And Carlos also left his baby and his wife at home. So, yeah, it's nice to see that people believe in me so strongly that they are willing to support me. Yeah, that's a big thing. I know. I really don't take it for granted. It's something. I feel it. It's precious to me to see how much these people love me. It's nice.
I spoke to a couple of PFL fighters that have gone through their quarantine already, and I asked them what did they bring with them to like keep them entertained, like for the time they were here, movies or TV shows, or what did you have to keep you busy? Did you read books?
No, I didn't read books. Okay, something that not many people know about me. I like to write. I write poems and other stuff to write my feelings down. So that's something I did. And I had my phone to call home for my babies. I try to like be there part little because my grandmother's funeral will be tomorrow. And I had the boys trying their absolute best to entertain me. And I had my coach pushing my ass to get in good shape. So I train twice, sometimes 3 times a day here. He has, he pushed me a lot.
Why did you decide to choose PFL? I mean, obviously the $1 million at the end of the year is awesome, but what were some of the other reasons that you chose to? I mean, you've fought with a lot of different promotions throughout your career.
155 was very appealing to me because I always noticed like weight cuts are the most terrible thing to do. It's like a fight before the fight. It's like I'm training, but I'm not training full 100% because I have to be able to recover. I get injured very quickly. It's like it's always been a pain in the ass, and I wanted to focus for my last fight, for sure, 100% on only fighting, only the thing what I love. I don't like the weight cutting. I don't like to miss chocolates. I don't like to be hungry all the time. I just want to be healthy and enjoy and and do what I love. And fighting, I'm still here. I love fighting. So that's what was very appealing to me. And also, Ray Sefo is like a great guy, and I always admired him. So that's nice.
What about the point system that they have? You know, does that fit your game plan or your fighting style?
It will. That's not something that will change my game plan because I always go in there to finish. I always try to finish. I'm not like, because most of the time when it goes to decision, I lose. So I'm like, oh, I need to finish this. So that doesn't change. I'm coming to finish, and the same thing that I always did before. So, but it's a very fair system, though. It's like you have to gather your points to get through. I like it.
You've had a long career, and what do you attribute your like longevity in the sport, staying healthy and keep your mindset up?
Oh, well, I think my brains are still healthy because I feel like if I would have had a different style, like the stand and bank style, I probably wouldn't have been here that long. But I always um, try to pull it in my world, and I think the damage in my world is less less dangerous than uh, the damage you get in like the kickboxing or like normal boxing world. So I think that made me being able to be here such a long time.
And your children or your daughter is like following your footsteps. I see like on Instagram you have your daughter like training with you. What kind of lessons have you learned like throughout your career that you have to pass on to her to help her in her MMA career?
The biggest message I want to give to her is if she can dream it, she can do it. Mommy did what like everybody when I was small, and I told everybody like, oh, I'm gonna be a champion, like I'm gonna be like, you know, in sports, I'm gonna do something important. They were like, yeah, keep on studying because it's not gonna happen. But at the end of the day, I had high success in judo, and even when I stopped judo, I found new love in MMA, and I did good fights, and I pursued my dream. And at the end of the day, my that's my legacy. That's at the end, like I'm maybe not the most beautiful fighter out there, but I have my wins. My record speaks for itself, and I did it. At least the good and the bad, it's mine. I can embrace it. It's mine. And if he wants it, and this is what you want to do, you just have to go for it. You have to let the bad talkers and the haters just push them aside and do whatever. Just do whatever she wants, and I want to be an example for that. So that's my message to her, and I'm here to support her like the full 100%. I'm gonna be in her corner always.
Huh, that's awesome. All right, I mean that's all the questions I have. I really appreciate the time.
Thank you. Bye, Nicole.